Bobby Chase at DC Comics. Everyone I see DC Comics. And when I say DC, I mean DC Universe, Vertigo, and Mad Magazine. Welcome. Today is September 26th, which means it's Batman Day. So we're here to celebrate one of the greatest superheroes of all time.
What up?
Take it's up to you guys to prove that wrong. And since we're here in Baltimore today, Batman Day, on a Batman panel, we would be remiss not to recognize a local hero here, the Baltimore Batman. His work with children's hospitals in the area made him a true superhero, and despite his recent passing, everyone at DC Comics knows his legacy will live on and inspire others to do good. Writer of American Vampire, the co-writer of Batman Eternal with James Tynion, writer with an amazing 4-year run on Batman with artist Greg Capullo. Please welcome Scott Snyder. Next up, co-writer of Batman and Robin Eternal with Scott Snyder, writer of Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, co-writer of Constantine the Hellblazer with Ming Doyle, is Mr. James Tynion. Next to him, we've got the co-writer of Action Comics with Aaron Cooter, writer of Batman Superman with artist Aryan Saya, Mr. Greg Pop. Next to Greg, we have the co-writer with his wife Amanda Connor of Harley Quinn, Harley's Little Black Book, Starfire, Harley Quinn Power Girl. Here to do a lot of talking is Jimmy Palmiotti. And last but not least, we've got the co-writer of Grayson with Tim Seeley, one of the writers of Robin War, and the writer of Omega Men, Tom King. Okay, this is your day. I'm just the facilitator, but I figure you're going to start talking. So first up, the guy at the end.
That's me.
Tell us a little bit.
Okay, I'm fair. Yeah, it's definitely Grayson 12, right?
Yeah, it is Grayson 12.
So this just came out on Wednesday, and it's sort of the culmination of almost of the 12-issue run, and it's a huge issue for us. It's the biggest issue we've written, and if anyone's reading the series, at the very beginning, Grayson had to pretend he's dead to save the family. And this is him coming back to the family and saying, I'm alive, I'm still here. And it's a return. So we have the first interaction in years with Dick and Bruce, with Dick and Barbara, with Dick and Tim, Dick and Damien, and Dick and Jason. So all of those characters make an appearance, and all of them.
I just said it's a lot of things.
I don't
understand.
No,
You got to admit it. No, I didn't say that.
90% of my life is avoiding dick puns and emails. Or not avoiding them. And this issue was incredibly emotional for me to write, and then hopefully some of that emotion gets on the page, because I love these characters, I love these interactions. And to me, Dick Grayson is a very social character. He's a brother, he's a friend, he's a son, and for him to have been removed from that for so long, and then to come back to that, and what that means both to him and to the family, what that means for him to have lied to people, and especially just the Damien scene really hit me hard, because he thought Damien was dead when he left, so these are two people who thought they'd never see each other again, seeing each other again. I put a lot of that on the page, and I'm super proud of this one. And it's the start of something big. It's almost the prelude to a huge event that we're doing in December, which is this Robin War event, which will feature all the Robins joining together in a huge sort of crossover mission.
I like the way you used me as your beard model in that art there, so thank you for that.
We use your butt for most of the day.
Oh, yeah.
It's going right down there.
talking about? Oh, it's more me?
Race 13 here.
Oh, Racing 13. Oh, look at that cover. That shouldn't be legal. So it's tough to talk about 13 because 12 is such a sort of, if anyone's read it, it's a little bit of a riddle issue, and you find out the end of the riddle at the end. So 13, if Dick Grayson has been undercover for Spiral this whole time, and 12 changes his relationship with the organization and with sort of the spy mission and what he's there to do. And in 13, we sort of see that the bomb has gone off and what happens next. I know that's like super vague and unhelpful, but I really got you guys to read 12, so I'm not spoiling it. I'm sorry. But Mikel Guénin does those covers, and that's just absolutely amazing, right? Like he does more with a movie than I can do with 20 pages of words. So if nothing else for you, it's just beautiful.
Thanks, Tom. A little bit more serious. Jimmy, you're up.
Oh, I'm up. What's that?
Harley Quinn 21.
Oh, okay. This is the second part of the story that's out now, where Harley Quinn goes to LA. Actually, she visits a movie studio in 21 that I couldn't give a name to, but you guys will figure it out. And we also have Deadshot in the issue, and she's trying to bring a woman she know's daughter back home because she got in with some pretty bad people out there. So it's a pretty crazy issue. The cover kind of nails exactly how the issue is. It's a little, it's just beautiful. John Timms did the art inside, and yeah, that Amanda posed for that shot. That's what I see a lot of times. And that happens in our house a lot, in the nicest way. No, so that ends that, and then it's a two-part story, and that's the second part of that.
Here, I got 22 of them.
Okay, and 22 looks like, was that the amusement park?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. It's hard to see where we are, so we have to use reference. Yeah, Harley's back with the gang of Harleys in Coney Island. Zina Bendemover is the Russian name. Comes back, and you know, Amanda came up with that. And she's not on the panel. Everything that is wrong, that's Amanda. We have so we have the Russian agents of Xena attacking Harley and the gang. Meanwhile, her latest attention-getting male is Mason, and he's in Rikers Island, up the river in prison, and he's getting harassed. And the second part of this issue is Harley takes one of the gang of Harleys, and they break into the prison to give him some help. And it's a lot of fun. This is Amanda's cover, but the inside is by Chad Hardin. If you guys haven't been figuring it out, the guy's getting better every issue. He's amazing. Him and Alex Sinclair just killing it on the art. But this is just a fun Cyclone. That's the Cyclone. I can't say that right. But it's actually the Cyclone because I'm sure they get $4. They get $4, I think. That's, but it's a wooden roller coaster that might fall at any time, and that's why it's scary. So you guys know. That's what's happening there.
Actually, I took my kid to Coney Island just the other time, and the Cyclone is actually has a 52-inch height requirement, even though it has no loop-loops and all of that because it's so rickety.
Yeah.
So he's tall enough to go on like all the steel coasters and all that stuff, and the Cyclone he can't go.
No, it's actually one of the few roller coasters that, while they were testing it years ago, it didn't take one of the turns very well, and it went right onto the beach. But it was filled with sandbags, so they were like testing it. And, but I actually knew a guy that would replace the bolts on it every couple of years. And he used to, seriously, he'd go up on the wooden thing and take the bolt out, put new bolts in, and he would get buckets of these bolts and put them on eBay and sell them as original Cyclone bolts. And like it took them, and he would make a fortune.
Yeah, and it's so much so that he'd go up there and he just takes them out.
Takes them out. If the rent was behind Christmas, it'd take a couple of bolts. Nobody's going to notice. It makes the ride scarier.
Yeah.
But I think also the height requirement was a thing that because people just fly out of it. It was, again, that was made in the 20s, I think, or 20s or 30s.
51 inches and you're just dead.
You're just gone. Exactly.
Is it still, I think it is the biggest existing still wooden roller coaster, right? Is that the case? Or?
Yeah, has anybody ever been on it in here? Yes, pretty awesome, right? It's pretty, I mean, those giant roller coasters are great. This one feels like death is right there. Okay, we got to the...
I like the power girl.
Oh, these two. Yeah, this is a 4 is out, I think, already. Yes, and so basically, the sexiest man in the universe meets the most powerful woman in the universe, and Harley right there is loving what's going on. She feels like she set them up. But this is a story where Power Girl forgets, has amnesia, and Harley Quinn has convinced her that they're partners, they're superhero team, and they're on a cosmic adventure together. And Vartox, if you don't know, he's the sexiest man in the universe. He actually wears the Princess Leia uniform in one issue, just for a joke. But he has this thing of showing up in Speedos all the time with his chest hair. Amanda loves the character, I don't know why, but I'm kidding. She made me grow that mustache like a year ago, and I shaved it off, because I finally figured out why she told me to grow it. And but anyway, so yeah, this issue, she's writing on a green animal. It's just an insane book. If you haven't checked it out, Stefan Roux is doing the art on it. It's 6 issues. So we have a couple more, and I will say issue 6, there's a wedding that happens between those two on the cover. And you just have to see it to believe it. Okay.
Right.
Is that it?
Moving to Starfire.
Oh, okay. Oh, we went over the hot tub drawing already? The top of the hot tub?
Let's show the hot tub.
That's them in a space hot tub together. You know, the wonderful part about Amanda's art is you look at each of their face, and they're each experiencing something differently on that piece. Obviously, Power Girl is just like, can't believe she's stuck there. Harley's just loving it, and you know, Vartox is every guy in the room. So, okay, we can go on to Starfire. Moving on to that. Okay. I'm just going to keep going. No wonder why you said I'm going to talk a lot. All right, I see it. Okay, so Starfire makes out with a dolphin, and
Stop hitting the cliches, man. Everybody's made out with a dolphin by now.
Have you made out with a dolphin?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, they're very friendly animals. Has anybody ever swam with dolphins? Somebody had to go on vacation. How was that? Was that a good experience?
It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty awesome, right?
Jamaica.
Yeah. Oh, in Jamaica? Oh, yeah. How about you? You said somebody else swam.
Also Jamaica.
Also in Jamaica. Is it maybe the same dolphin? Without They do have that one dolphin that loves humans. The rest want to kill them. No, they're actually really friendly. I mean, we're down at Clearwater Beach, and if we go swimming, they pop up. And they kind of look at you a little bit and checking out what you're doing, and then they swim away. But every kid who's ever seen Jaws starts running the other way. Like everybody. So it's a curved fin on a dolphin, it's a straight fin on a shark. That's how we know. Okay, we learned something today.
If you're that close, it's too late though.
Well, one you can grab and ride it, you know, so no, you can't really do that.
Just go for the eyes. Remember that. Go for the eyes.
Nobody else. So this issue, Starfire goes for a job interview in an aquarium. I'm trying to think what else goes on here, and there is a lot of dolphin. She does relate to a dolphin. Anybody that's seen the, no, not the way you're thinking.
You said that.
The plight of the dolphin.
On the flight of the dolphin.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the flight.
It's fantastic. That's it. That's all you need to know. It's fantastic. Number 6, she explodes behind her, and no, okay. That's not the dolphin explodes behind her in issue 6.
That's what you get to know.
Yeah, that's what you get.
No, I don't even. Come on. Okay, can we go to the next one? Issue 6, fantastic.
Yeah.
It is wonderful. There's a fight. It's a superhero fight. There's a lot of stuff going on. She's got her eye on a couple of guys in the issue. You know, there's like a little bit of love triangle that's shaping up, and there's a dolphin. Okay.
Brand new.
Oh, and is this it though? Do I get it right? Okay. So, Harley Quinn's Little Black. All right, this is the team up, Harley Quinn and Wonder Woman. How much story can I talk about this? Can I really dig in? Harley is obsessed with Wonder Woman. So much so that there's a plan to take down Wonder Woman going on in London, and she gets an earful of it when she's doing something, and she decides she's going to fly to London and save Wonder Woman's life by make believing she's Wonder Woman and putting herself in the middle of the plan that's going to go on. Amanda's drawing the book. It's beautiful. There's a whole scene with Harley trying to take off and change costumes with Wonder Woman. That's probably worth it just for the price alone that Amanda's drawing. It's just, there's no words. It's just madness. And we introduced the London Legion of Superheroes in the book. You guys ever heard of them? No, because we just made it up. And, I will give you like one or two teas of one or two characters. There's the pub crawler. He's like the Spider-Man of pubs. And and then there's Terrible Tanya. I'm sorry. I'm not going to give that one away. That one's just, there's a lot more about. There's Big Bad Ben. There's a giant guy that has a big clock on his desk. It's wonderfully ridiculous, but they are the Legion of London superheroes. You're going to want to demand their own book. Once you read this, you're going to want their own title, or not.
Offensive to British people.
No, I actually am having it proofread. A British friend of mine. That's why I didn't want to explain the next character, because it's loosely based on her foul language that she yells at me all the time. But it's a lot of fun, and you know what you expect from Harley and Wonder Woman. And that piece that you see on the screen, there's a little eye rolling going on, and it's justifiable on every level. So I hope you guys check it out.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you guys so much for all the support you've shown us on this book. Greg and I, you just got back from Hawaii, we were talking about it, and the fact that you guys have supported us for 4 years, really, up till this, and through the craziest story like this, we really, really appreciate it. You guys are all Gotham City to all of us. That means a lot. This issue, this is where things start to get really, really crazy. I love this art, and I think one of the things that's been so fun about it for me and Greg is that, like Endgame and those stories, there's a lot of safe places to go, like crowd feeds. It's like, okay, well, you know, you bring in the Arkham villains, you go to the cave, and I know you guys are going to love it, and we're going to have fun trying to do something new with it. But this story is almost like a lot of the characters are new, like Duke Thomas, for example, and Jerry Powers, and the villain, Mr. Bloom. And it's the kind of art where, like the Owls a little bit, where we have to, you know, earn your trust with them, and the fact that you guys have been supportive of it, it's really fun for us to do a story like this. So 45 is kind of where, honestly, the whole story is relatively short. I don't know if not to spoil everything or anything like that, but why not, right? So the idea is, it really doesn't, you know, if you think about how long it could possibly go, and anniversary issues, and number 50, and all this kind of stuff coming up, you can kind of get a sense of the story a little bit, I think. But the fun journey for us is how all of this sort of comes back together. And 45 is where it really, really begins to start, you start to see the pieces come together from things left behind in Endgame. You start to see what Mr. Bloom's plan is. The suit becomes, we're going full Appleseed with the suit, where the suit, Gordon realizes it has kind of a partner mode, which is really, really fun. He starts calling it Rookie, and it comes around saving him. And this actually, 45 is my favorite opening I've ever done for Batman. So I think it's the next slide, actually. Or it's that eye, you see the eye? I'll go outside and go back. So the first panel is just black. And then it has Batman's eyes, and it just says, in the beginning, there it is. It's like, in the beginning there was nothing, and then there was Batman. That's literally the line, and it's like, and this was good. And that's it. And that's the opening of the issue. And anyway, it gets crazier and crazier, and you know, Greg and I are just thrilled to be doing this story for you guys. And I love the part of the panel too, when you guys ask anything you want about the book, or where we're headed, or any of the characters, and honestly, I cannot believe we've been on the book this long, and I have a lot of stuff I'd still really love to do with it, you know, and I'm just very grateful to you guys, so thanks. One of the great joys of this art is Bruce. I remember, like, when I first pitched it, and I was talking to Becky Cloonan and Ming, remember, and I was like, so we're going to bring Bruce back, and he's going to be free of Batman. You know, it's like Batman died and Bruce Wayne came back, and there's no bringing him back, and of course there is, but you know, there's no bringing him back to whatever. As Batman, he has this new life. And I was like, and you know, he's going to look different, he's going to have a beard, he's going to have this, and it's going to be this epic story. And they were like, he's going to have a beard? And I was like, yeah, he's going to have a beard, and kind of, you know, he's going to be more shaggy. And I sent them pictures, and they sent back, it was like, Heart Lumber Bruce. And so I knew it was going to be fun. I love this Bruce so much. He's really fun to write. It's just sort of this idea that it's this idea that who would Bruce Wayne be if he was never scarred in that alley, you know? And for me, it gives me a whole new lease on a character, seeing him as the boy that none of us saved, like the city gave him back is the idea of the story. Like he went down as Batman and died, and now the city is saying, here's your afterlife. You get to be free of all the demons that, you know, all of the demons that you suffered, and this is your reward, you know? And it's just, it becomes more and more heartbreaking, I think, as it goes forward. And, you know, it's just, it gets crazier and crazier, I can promise you. Batmech and black holes and powers everywhere, and the city falling into a black hole of some kind. It's crazy. It's fun. It sucks to live in Gotham, I have to say. It really does, but you just keep punishing it.
Hey everybody. So, how did you guys like the first Batman Return? We had such a great time working on it that right as it was, right as we were wrapping up, we were already starting to talk about what the future could hold and what things we could do differently and what things we really like. What were the things that were missing in the first one? And the biggest piece that was missing in the first Batman Eternal was Dick Grayson. He was off running around as a part of Spiral, and he was not a part of the core mystery there because the entire family thought he was dead. But now he is back in the mix, and but Bruce is now off the table. Bruce doesn't remember who he is. He doesn't remember that he was Batman, and this is the absolute worst moment for one of Bruce's greatest sins, one of the things that he did in his early years back when Dick Grayson was Robin, for that person to reemerge and throw everyone into danger. We wanted to do a really big thriller with this story, and right now once you get your Batman Day issues that are out at retailers today, there's an 8-page preview. It's a prologue to it. It's not just a preview of the art of the first issue. It's unique to that with, and I think it's some of Tony Daniel's best art in years. He is absolutely killing it on this book. I'm so excited, for a number of things. But one of the big things I'm very excited about is this is the book where we're bringing back Sandra Cain to the DC universe. This is going to be I cannot wait for you guys to start reading this book. It's just a few weeks away, and it's absolutely crazy to me that it's coming up so soon. But this is a very special project, and we have an incredible team. We have Tim Seeley coming back from the first Eternal. We have Steve Orlando and Genevieve Valentine from the Bat books, the current line of Bat books. We have some new blood coming in, Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly and Ed Britton, who are a writing team, so I sort of put them in one little group, and then Ed Brisson. And it's just, we have lots of, the voices in the room are incredible. What we're going to be able to do with these characters is incredible. I'm so pumped for this story.
Before we move on, I've got to ask you one question.
Yeah.
Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, slide for you, but I had to ask you.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have heard, but this December, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are coming to Gotham City. We are doing a 6-issue crossover miniseries collaborated with IDW Publishing and DC, and with art by the incredible, the incredible Freddie Williams, and variant covers from Kevin Eastman. Seeing Kevin Eastman draw Batman is really awesome, you guys. It's just it is a fanboy dream. I cannot get over the fact that this is a real book. Sitting down to write it, just the first time that I wrote Mikey's voice, it was the only thing comparable to writing these turtles with their iconic voices was the first time that I sat down and wrote a line of dialogue for Batman. And it is going to be a crazy series. Basically, the Turtles and Shredder and the Foot Clan have all been transported into Gotham City, and they're trying to find a way back, but they are, you know, they're going to cause some trouble along the way, and Batman is not happy about these new forces operating in Gotham City. This is a real thing. I'm not messing with you guys. And it's going to be freaking awesome, and please
totally in continuity, right?
Oh yeah, you know, the Turtles are just going to join the supporting cast of Batman. Yeah.
Moving on, we've got this beautiful cover for
Yeah.
Batman Superman.
Batman Superman. This is a book I came to DC to write. It's been a blast. Thank you so much for everybody who's been The book from the beginning has been about you know, how these two heroes who are so similar in their final goals go about it in completely different ways. They become rivals and ultimately the closest of friends, but they're driving each other crazy and also pushing each other in ways that ultimately, you know, they become part of each other's hero's journey. And it's just tremendous to play with these icons and to be able to delve deep into their psyches and everything. Has been a blast. What we've been able to do in the last few months has been totally crazy and has amped all that up to the next level, because at the same time, Scott and company were changing everything up in the Batman universe. We were doing a very similar thing in the Superman world. Superman is now, his identity is known to the whole world, and some mysterious force has sapped away most of his powers. So we've got a kick-ass proactive Superman on the ground, trying to figure out what's going down and dealing with the ramifications of his identity being exposed and all these enemies coming after him and his friends. And at the same time, you've got Gordon in the Batsuit. So you know, his best friend and the super brain he's relied on to help figure things out over the years is gone. And now there's another dude who is coming from a completely different place and has no reason to trust him. And so we've been able to kind of delve into that, look at this Gordon, this new Batman, and essentially a new kind of Superman, and see how these two guys can or cannot reach each other to solve the problems they need to solve together. 25, which you're looking at right here, is the start of a new storyline, and it's a great place to jump on. It also is where we start to pay off and a lot of the stuff we've been setting up. Vandal Savage is our huge villain. We just revealed him at the end of the last issue, and Vandal plays a huge role during the course of these Batman Superman issues, and will become instrumental in the direction, in the big payoffs and where all the Superman books are going. So so get on here. The interior art is by Cliff Richards, and he draws a hell of a Vandal. You're going to see that very soon. The other kind of fun thing about this is that at the end of the last storyline, Superman and the new Batman basically came to a head, and Gordon was like, "Dude, your heart is in the right place. I believe that. You know, I've talked to your friends. I've worked with you, but you are crazy because you are just a dude running around, and you're trying to do things. You're trying to do Superman level things. You think you have all of these responsibilities, even though you've lost a bunch of these powers. And I don't want you in Gotham City, because I don't care where your heart is, I can't risk it, you know? And so the two of them are on the outs. And Gordon is like, he's keeping an eye on this guy, he wants to find out where he's going and what he's doing. He doesn't trust him. But Batgirl, who had a relationship with, she has fought at the side of Superman in previous adventures. And she thinks she knows this guy. And Batgirl also happens to, spoiler alert, she also happens to be the daughter of Commissioner Gordon. I don't know if you guys knew that. Big reveal, find out about it in these issues. But so there's a bunch of drama there's a bunch of family drama and personal drama that's fun to plumb, because Batgirl is going to go and she thinks she's going to help out Superman, who frankly needs the help. But at the same time, Superman's very leery of it because everybody he knows who's been exposed because of his identity being exposed is in danger. So conflict galore with Vandal Savage, who, as everybody knows, is a caveman, immortal caveman turned super genius and incredibly dangerous conniver over many years. He's got a plan millennia years old, which is coming to fruition in these issues, and things will be revealed and crazy things will happen, including Superman hijacking some cool stuff in the Batcave, as you see here with the gliders. But come on board, check it out.